And hello, everyone. Welcome to finally a new episode of Blockchain Talks. Now, I know it has been a while and that I made a promise in
And
trying.
hello everyone, welcome to finally a new
Sorry, a little bit of feedback here.
Oh, I'm
Push. There we go. Sorry. So, as I was telling you guys, it's been a while. I know I try to do these episodes on a weekly basis. However, now it's been more than 3 to 4 weeks. Lots of things happened in my private life. I fell ill. Also got married. I don't know if you can see these guys. That's my wedding ring. So got married to my now wife. Naturally, there were all the preparations, etc., etc. But now, without further ado, I'm finally back, and well, we can get this thing rolling. Now, as per usual, let us begin with looking at the current state of the market. And for that, we are zooming in on Bitcoin. Things might be a little bit rusty because it has been a while that been doing an live stream analysis by making use of TradingView. But in any case, what you're seeing here on screen is Bitcoin against the US dollar, zoomed out a little bit to indicate you guys the last couple of months, more precisely since June 2022. Why am I doing so? Well, for you guys to get a better overview on what is occurring. By reason, in the last couple of weeks, despite not having been able to do live streams, plenty of people were telling, yeah, we'll see a breakthrough, breakdown, towards 15K levels, lower levels, etc., etc. Whereas I'm saying, not really. We currently are in a sideways trading market. And that's one of the reasons that I'm showing you guys this little graph. So what do we see here? This is the lowest point. I'm going to highlight it here. When we reached about 17K back in June of this year. To me, that's when the real bottom is in. And we saw some, let's just say, uptick since that lower point up until August of this year, August 15 approximately, 2022. People were thinking, and myself, I was thinking back at that time, oh yeah, we're heading straight back towards the 30K levels. However, as you guys can see, major sell-off, and sometime later here, also major sell-off. And well, it was a little bit, well, sentiments were a bit over the place. Myself, I thought Bitcoin is oversold, but when I saw it rising here and seeing all these various dips, I also had the impression it's not only oversold, but at this point overbought. And this is what I would like to call this little correction on the upward from, since the bottom was in, a little bit of a deadbeat bounce, meaning there is some hype in the market still going on that the bottom really was in, and there was some hype. People were longing and saying, yeah, we will reach higher levels. We will get back towards, 30K levels, presumably, or if I were to measure it somewhere here, yeah, 30K, 500 levels, etc. But as you guys can tell, and with the heavy corrections here, people were taking profits in order to negate the losses they've made. And that's something which kept on reoccurring. You can see each time a heavy sell-off here, one of these sell-offs coinciding with the announcement of the CPI or consumer price indexes, which is what you're seeing here. And actually, since mid-September, we are in a sideways market. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. So that's one of the last corrections here. And I'm going to adjust a little bit my scaling. There we go. It's on the 1 hour frame. Where was it? Somewhere in September. That's October still. There we go. And as you guys can tell, this here was it was here approximately, last major sell-off. And since then, there has been some volatility, but you can actually draw a line somewhere around here, which I'm going to do for you guys. Something around here. By the way, this isn't financial advice. These are estimated measurements, something like this, as you can see. And that's the general average price action. If I were to put a trading range, it'd probably be well, it's actually indicate that the average pricing, and I would say second line being somewhere here. Well, slightly, not decently drawn, but this being our current trading range, 18k up until 19,500, perhaps a bit higher towards the 20k, but that's approximately the trading range we are dealing in. And with that trading range, not financial advice, as I'm saying, that's more or less observation. It's not 100% correct. However, but with what you're seeing here, that's about 90% of the price action occurring in the last couple of months. So, reality, I see no reason to panic. I see no high sales volumes, sales or buy volumes. You see a few peaks here, but heavy volatility. Each time we have a breakout above this level, you can easily see as an immediate sell-off straight back towards this estimated trading range. If we zoom in the last 24 hours, Monday, September 21, where are we? Yeah. There's some volatility going on, but I'm going to show it here. Much better. You can see there isn't much price action going on. We are in a still sideways trading market. Becomes more obvious if you zoom out towards the 14-day trading range. And you can see, well, not much is going on. Little dip here, but immediately bought up back towards, well, this general level here, really. And I can actually show it on TradingView. Not indicators, sorry. Let's draw lines. I can tell there's an average trend going on. I always prefer these trend lines. Gives me a better overview. If you see here, last 14 days, okay, there was a little dip, but we are trading sideways. So, in my opinion, there isn't any real indicator that we will be falling through, nor are there any real indicators of more upwards price action. We might, and so I'm not going to say it's a prediction, but it's more or less an interpretation based on, previous Bitcoin cycles. We might see some recovery on the upwards if naturally the macroeconomy is working with us. Currently, you guys still need to know we are in a very bad spot where it concerns the macroeconomy. So I'm not only talking about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, but the financial markets as a whole. Still recession going on, still inflation. There's the energy wars. There's the war Russia-Ukraine with a nuclear, threat that is going on. So all are quite bad things occurring, never seen before since many decades. And seeing actually Bitcoin holding up this well, you can see even with the lines that I've drawn, might even say, what is it? Been going sideways for a long time here. Anyway, sorry. With the macroeconomy as it is going on, well, currently Bitcoin is upholding quite nicely if you look back at it. I mean, we are trading sideways. I mean, with these kind of graphs, it becomes obvious. It's hard to draw a little average line on where the real price should be. You can do it in TradingView, but if I were to do it here, well, somewhere between 19,000 and 19,500, as you guys can see. So yeah, thus for trend analysis, let's take a look at the state of the market. Some highlighting news articles. Where it concerns the news, not much is going on. Well, you have still the Ripple case going on. You've got a few burns occurring. You've got some smaller news items, but nothing really mind-blowing is currently happening. First article, Binance signals support for a new 0.2% LUNC tax burn. LUNC is Luna Classic. You know that LUNC or Luna Classic was the previously known Terra Luna cryptocurrency. They had a major crash earlier this year in May, which invoked a series of heavy liquidations, which crashed the market, which let Bitcoin crash from some nice 40k, 30k levels up until the levels that we are now. That it spurred on liquidations in a variety of trading platforms, Celsius Network, Voyager, Three Arrows Capital, etc. All became illiquid, filed for bankruptcy, which further crashed the crypto market. Now, Lung or Luna Classic right now are doing their best in order to save the project. Not in a sense with support through Do Kwon. No, that guy is on the run, is being searched by Interpol, etc. But the community itself now, the decentralized true community, I'm going to pick my words more correctly here, are now trying to find means for Luna Classic to become a viable project itself. To me, it's still a shitcoin. I'm going to be plainly honest about it. However, I do support the community in taking the necessary steps in order to perhaps make it viable once again. That perhaps some trust is being restored in Lung Classic. However, at this point, I don't really see what to use for Luna Classic is anymore, except for the investors who lost tons of money to get a new chance to see some new gains and to take some lost profits back. Anyway, so the buy now signal support for new 0.2% Lung tax burn, implying they are starting to burn Luna Classic coins. Binance is going to do so. That's their announcement, as they are going to support it. Why the burn? Well, currently, before Terra Luna crashed tremendously, literal trillions of coins and tokens were dumped on the market, newly produced, which gave a hyperinflationary effect, which resulted in Luna Classic, which was on before worth several hundreds of dollars, to fall towards, you can actually see it here. Don't know the immediate price action here, but from several hundreds of dollars towards several thousands of a cent, perhaps, and you can easily see it here on what occurred. Crash down, flatline. So it's still in shitcoin trading levels, but if you were to zoom in a little bit, you can see there's some heavy things going on, some movement in the market, some final recovery. It's not on zero, but it's getting better. So this is positive signal for Terra Luna holders. Let's just hope you guys can make your profit again. Do Kwon, as we are still going on about Terra Luna, is apologizing to the community for his arrogance, takes full responsibility for Terra's collapse. The guy is still being searched. Investigations are running. Do Kwon itself also has made some tweets regarding this being, a literal hunt, a political hunt, etc., etc. Where it concerns me, I try to not pay too much attention to the guy. He was arrogant. Things blew up in his face, and it is about time that he is facing justice by reason. Not only is he responsible for the collapse of the entire Terra Luna network and the bad coding and management which was behind it, but is also to be held accountable for the current state of the cryptocurrency market. By reason, part of Terra Luna, the Terra Luna Foundation Guard, was backed by Bitcoin, and in order to try to save their own skin, they've literally dumped thousands upon thousands of Bitcoin onto the market once again, which made the entire cryptocurrency market collapse tremendously. On the long term, naturally, that's a good thing. It implies that Bitcoin is going to get more distributed over time. More people get a chance to hold Bitcoin at lower price action levels. However, at the same time, people saw their portfolios and, well, their investments go down tremendously. And it's not only little holders like myself and others, but also financial institutes, which are rightfully pissed on what occurred. So he's to be held accountable for the entire crash. So yeah, him saying he's sorry for the arrogant tweets, he doesn't really do anything. It's just a little ploy. Just let him face justice and let him get wrecked. These banks are venturing into crypto despite ongoing bear market. German mobile bank N26 and Brazil's Nubank are the latest banking institutions to jump onto the cryptocurrency bandwagon. Despite current bear market, this isn't the first article I've seen in the last couple of weeks of financial institutes jumping onto cryptocurrency. I'm just highlighting this one to say, look, despite the current state of the market, interest hasn't waned. Currently are a lot of big players, well, setting themselves up for the next bull run. And some of you might ask, when is the next bull run? Well, those who know me, who follow me for some time, know that I always stress out that the bull runs in the cryptocurrency market, and especially with Bitcoin, are related towards halving events, which means next halving is foreseen for 2024. If I'm not mistaken, April, May 2024, that the halving will occur. We'll by then see some recovery of the markets, but the real bull run will start approximately 5 to 6 months after the actual halving, when markets react to the lesser amount of freshly mined Bitcoin hitting the market itself. So there will be a little bit of supply shortage of Bitcoin, which will trigger the market into a next bull run. Anyone else saying that a bull run will resume in 2023 doesn't know its fundamentals, just ignore, spouting bullshit. Simple as that. However, many people in the know about cryptocurrency and Bitcoin know this is a great opportunity, a great time to accumulate on the down low and set yourselves up for major profits on the long term. Banks know it, a variety of financial institutes know it, all Bitcoin old guards, just like myself and many others like me, know it and are now accumulating on the down low. Further proof that things are being built during the bear market, that we might see some face melting. Well, I'm not going to say face melting profits, but innovation is still ongoing, that there's still some vested interest in NFTs, Metaverse, and cryptocurrency is this article. Metaverse is still popular despite bear market data. Trading volume is down with the rest of the crypto market, but Metaverse worlds are retaining users. By reason, now is the chance for such worlds and such projects to prove themselves, in the sense of to keep sticking around, to keep on doing development on their projects, to keep on building. You only will see that it will go bad if development halts. A lot of tokens have been incepted, a lot of projects have been started during a bull market when there was plenty of money to go around. However, now are the proving grounds. Proving grounds in the sense of continued development, use the accumulated funds in order to develop and gain more and more trust on your real core community. Because that's one of the major downward aspects during a bull run or during a bull market. You've got plenty of people in your community, but no real core members. It is being riddled with speculators and people who are there for quick cashing in. Bear market are great in the sense that the real core community, real people who have a vested interest in the project, will stick around and will try to help spread the word. They help lay down the foundation for the success of said decentralized blockchain project. And the Metaverse is still around, still in development, and those who retain their users are setting themselves up for a future bull run when new capital finally gets injected into the market by reason, well, the supply of Bitcoin getting more scarce, people willing to pay more money to get involved. Simple as that. And one of the reasons why I've always said that I teach fundamentals, fundamentals drive. It is being mentioned here. In Q3, Metaverse-based tokens lost roughly 60% of their values, in line with the rest of the crypto market, where market leaders like Bitcoin are also down 70% from their all-time highs. Yet other stats are more bullish. Over 1.12 million ENS domains were registered last quarter, 72% higher than in Q2, meaning core community, real people who know the true value of a project based on its use case and on development know what they are doing. So now is a great time to start accumulating and really make part of core projects. Little side information, here's how much Bitcoin Tesla owned as of third quarter of 2022. You guys know Tesla and Elon Musk got involved with Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency industry in the sense that they were accumulating Bitcoin, that they accepted Bitcoin payments in order to exchange their Teslas, etc., etc. We know they've sold a big portion of their Bitcoin, but it's not really very nice to know that they are still holding a sizable amount of Bitcoin within their portfolio, which is probably going to be used later on to smuck up a little bit their backing assets of the company itself. Naturally, major share buyback because he was sold Tesla shares worth yada yada yada. So in a sense, Tesla, being a Bitcoin whale, has some influence on Bitcoin price. If Tesla is going to get appreciated, we might as well see that Bitcoin might see some appreciation as well. All depending naturally on management decisions. Myself, I'm never all too happy to see, big institutional investors, big companies being Bitcoin whales. By reason, I'm still of the maximalist and of the OG side of things, whereby I know that the highest amount of value can only be attained through through decentralization and to be as distributed as possible. So yeah, either will, it's something to keep an eye out for, but I wouldn't heed it too much unless, well, it is something to take into account if you're an active trade, I'm going to say. But my personal opinion is I do not like seeing such whale movements. By reason, it creates hype and people react to hype, and well, it will shift the market, but in the nature of the little beast, and well, nothing much else to say about it. 575 million worth of BNB burned by Binance. This is a slightly older article. Going to highlight this by reason, BNB or Binance token coin burns are generally bullish for the Binance ecosystem, for all projects making use of the Binance Smart Chain and the BNB chain. By reason, BNB itself is generally used as the main currency to swap towards lower cap tokens built on the BNB chain. If such a burn occurs, we generally expect that tokens built on said chain will also see some appreciation due to the low liquidity of BNB available, and those BNB which are still in circulation still backing those tokens. That, in a very short nutshell, a burn implies less tokens to go around, which means a little appreciation of BNB itself, and as a result of all tokens being built on the BNB chain. Price is a lagging indicator. There's a little tweet from Max Kaiser. I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to explain you guys why I'm highlighting this tweet. It has everything to do with security of the network versus price. People lose confidence in Bitcoin due to its current lower value, despite we being in a bear market. However, it doesn't mean that Bitcoin needs distrust. You guys can see this little graph where it concerns hash rate, and we see that it has finally attained new all-time highs. As a little rehearsal where it concerns hash rate is an indication of security of the network. And despite the current price action, hash rate is at an all-time high, meaning the Bitcoin network has never been as secure as it is now. What is also important to notice, and I'm slightly losing the thread here. Yeah, can't come up with it, but let's just say I'm going to conclude it this way. The security of the network currently is at a new all-time high, and future-wise, we will see on regular basis, because naturally it is always a little bit volatile, depending on macroeconomic settings and naturally a variety of other things. But we might see in the following weeks and months still an increase in hash rate, it attaining new all-time highs on a regular basis. Not that I'm going to be able to predict to say, yeah, within 2 weeks, but on a regular basis, you will see something like this popping up. But it also implies that it might be undervalued in relation to the security of the network itself. There's a little news item, which I find quite funny. Justin, crypto YouTuber BitBoy, says Coinbase and FTX CEOs are devils for trying to permanently ruin cryptocurrency. So he went off on a little rant, and well, he says, yeah, I'm working behind the scenes, despite him being one of the biggest influencers, lashing out against Coinbase and FTX CEOs, claiming them to be devils and trying to permanently ruin crypto, despite their main base being centered around crypto. Naturally, I couldn't let myself go, and I actually quoted some of his words. He's trying to save crypto. Cryptocurrency doesn't need a savior. It's not about money for me. Keep telling yourself that. This is a little photograph I'm willingly sharing here of his ongoing raids to mention cryptocurrency projects. So if you want him to do a dedicated review, that's about 35K. Livestream mention about 20K you need to pay him. YouTube interview costs about 40K. Telegram, ask me anything in BitSquad, hosted by the cat. He asks about 10,000 US dollars. Website article asks 2,500. Is some demographics, etc. Next to it are a few other influencers with their rates as ongoing. It is something shared here on Reddit, sharing a little bit of dinger. The webpage here on Reddit, that's the picture I copy pasted. The thing itself is about 11 months old. Rates probably have changed during the bear market, but do know these guys are professional shills getting paid to mention a variety of projects. How do they know these rates? Well, there's an entire discussion here on Reddit going on. Generally, if you are working on a cryptocurrency project, if you are a developer and you want to have a little shine, you sometimes get into contact with influencers like BitBoy, and you say, look, can you do a live stream analysis? For once, to get some feedback of the majority of the community. And sure, there might be trolls, etc. But the idea approaching such influencers is to get a little shine on your project, perhaps a little bit of hype, but at the same time, invaluable feedback. And these guys naturally leech on such work, you know, to say, and they will say, okay, for dedicated review, that these are our rates, and they actually earn money not with cryptocurrency but on cryptocurrency, meaning they talk about it, they talk about your project, but in reality, they do not care about your project at all. They care about the money which is involved. So that's one important thing to keep in mind. That I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and I'm going to run up this episode of Blockchain Talks. On that account, I want to say thank you all for watching, and up until next week, because indeed I'm going to try once again to do these weekly live streams. With that, I'm going to say thank you all for watching. Please like, subscribe if you like my content, yada yada yada. You guys know the drill. Descriptions down below. And with that, until next time. Bye.